Last week, I was shocked to see a bright red no fishing sign posted beside the pond behind my house, a peaceful spot where I often cast a line to unwind after work. The sign had been installed by the HOA, complete with their logo and a warning of fines for violators. I initially assumed it was a mistake, but when I called the HOA office, I was told that fishing was now prohibited in all common areas, including the pond. That's when I knew I had to take action, because that pond wasn't part of the common areas. I bought my home 5 years ago, and I remembered specifically choosing this lot because it included the pond as part of the property. I dug out my deed along with the plat map, and sure enough, the pond was clearly within my property lines, not just adjacent to it, but fully enclosed within it. Armed with copies of the legal documents, I attended the next HOA board meeting. When I presented the deed and the property map, the board members were visibly uncomfortable. One of them insisted that past owners had allowed community use of the pond, but I calmly explained that permissive use doesn't override legal ownership. Another board member mumbled something about neighborhood safety, but I pointed out that there had never been a single fishing-related incident in the 5 years I'd lived there. The room went quiet. I made it clear that unless the sign was removed within a week, I'd be contacting an attorney to pursue a cease and desist and possibly damages for trying to restrict my use of my own land. The president of the HOA finally conceded and promised to review the documentation more closely. 3 days later, the sign was gone. No apology, no explanation, just gone. I've since posted a small sign of my own, politely stating, "Private property. Residents may fish with owner's permission," just to avoid future confusion. Since then, a few neighbors have asked if they can come by to fish, and I've happily said yes. I'm not trying to keep people out. I just don't want a board of strangers telling me what I can and can't do on land I legally own. Sometimes you have to stand up not just for your rights, but for the principle of owning something that you worked hard to call yours.